Hello and welcome to another short video on Dungeons and Dragons. And in this last couple of videos, I just want to go through the Githyanki spellcast again. So let's just quickly look at the Githyanki spells. Now, I didn't mention this in a previous video, but I should mention it now. That some of these spells are only really available for the Githyanki at level 3 and some at level 5. So the Soul Drain attack, the Void Teleport, and the Malign Dwarf or Spell of Cruel Change and the Symbol of Attack. These are only available to actual Githyanki magic users at level 3 and above. Okay, whereas the Domination attack or ability is a level 5 Warlock spell. Okay, so these are more powerful spells and they're only available at level 3 magic users and the Githyanki. I want to quickly talk about the Malign Dwarf or Elf spell, Spell of Cruel Change, which is a specific spell that attacks demi-humans. Now, for this, there's a roll against Save versus Magic, and it affects dwarves and elves rather than halflings. Okay, now you can see here the level of the dwarf or elf. So it only affects demi-humans at level 1 to 4. Now, if the Save versus Magic is failed, then you have to roll on the d6. If you roll a 1, the demi-human dies. Number 2 to 4, then there's a horrible conversion, a cruel change, and the demi-human turns into an etacop, which I call a Githyanki goblin. Okay, and it will be under the power of the Githyanki. Number 5 is just a loss of 5 charisma, and number 6, luckily there's no effect. Now this spell can only be used once against one individual, so if they make the Save versus Magic, they will be unaffected by other attempts. Now you can see here that if at level 1, then this is going to apply. A tick means it applies. The elf gets a 5% plus chance of avoiding it, but that's it. Level 2, the dwarf gets a 5% plus chance of avoiding it. However, the elf now has a 50% chance of avoiding this fate. Level 3, the dwarf has a 50% chance, but the elf is now pretty much immune to it, 95% chance of avoiding it. And at level 4, the dwarf has a 95% chance of avoiding it. So really this spell is used to attack low-level demi-humans. Higher-level demi-humans can really more chance of avoiding this spell. Okay, so that's the Spell of Cruel Change. The other spell I'll quickly mention is the Void Teleport spell. Again, Save versus Magic. It can be used against a group and they get a +1. If failed, you simply roll the d20. An odd number means you're transported to the void. In other words, d20 times 1,000 miles above the earth. Now, if an even number is rolled, you just throw that many meters back. And a 20 cancels the spell, and actually you can say it reverses the spell onto the caster. And a 1 just kills the party.